what to expect. It's the DNA of this program, that you guys are about working hard, you guys are about teamwork, you're about family, you're about giving it your all. That's the culture that they want you guys to have and to pass on, right? And that's what's called a legacy. A legacy is when you're done, when you no longer wear the Walnut Grove jersey, that the way you live, the way you work, the way you competed carries on. It carries on through the people that you've passed it down to. And I just want to share this one thought with you, and I'm done. The Bible talks about in Hebrews 12:1, it talks about this. It says, hey, he's talking to other believers, and he says that we're surrounded by this crowd of witnesses. And so he says, because you're surrounded by this crowd of witnesses, they're cheering you on. And he's talking about believers, and he's talking about living on this earth. He's talking about the life you live, that everyone's life, there's people that have lived the life. They've gone through the battles you faced, and they're cheering you on. And so here's what he wants you to know. He says, each one of you have your race you're on. He says, so run your race with endurance. Run your race focused, because there's many things in this life that will distract you. Right now, your focus, right now in baseball, it's this season, right? If you're looking at what you did last season, the record last season, how it went last season, you're not going to compete well this season, are you? No, you're not, because you're living in the past. If you're looking on to next season, you're not going to do well, right? Because you're going to miss out on what this is. So here's what he's talking about. Right here, right now, this is the journey you're on. So in order to make the most of this journey, you have to have your focus right. So make sure that your focus is good. For Christians, for us, for me as a believer, my focus is God, and my focus is knowing what he wants me to do. For your focus, you have to make sure that you have it in place, because there's many distractions. Distractions could be not doing well in school. Distractions could be friends. Distractions could be girlfriends. There's so many distractions that are not necessarily bad, but they may not be what's best for you in running your race right here, right now. And so what he says is this. He says, look for the prize. What's the ultimate goal this season right here for baseball? To win what? Would you be satisfied just one game? Would that be a successful season? Coach, what's the goal for this season?
State championship.
State championship, right? So the eye's on the prize, right? If your goal is just to win one game, then you guys have already accomplished that, right? Just put up your jerseys and walk away, right? No, you have a bigger goal in mind. So that means that you have to constantly push yourself. You have to make sure, you have to be patient and endure, right? Because guess what? There's going to be difficulties. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be hitting slumps. There's going to be times where, man, you don't know anymore. Is it really worth playing baseball? Is it really worth continuing? But that's where you have to make sure your focus is right. Because if your focus is right, it will push you through those difficult times. It'll help you make the right decisions, the best decisions, so you can run your race most effectively. And that's what it's going to take. And so I want to challenge you with that. Hey, focus on your race. Don't focus on what other teams are doing. Don't focus on what you did last year. Right here, right now, you're focused. Every practice, did you give it your all? Every time you're in class, did you give it your all? Focus right here, right now. Focus on the big picture. Focus on the prize. So that way, you win each moment, and that momentum carries you on to ultimately the bigger picture. So right here, God's put you to play baseball. And here's the amazing part. You can worship God through playing baseball. Isn't that awesome? Like, man, you can come out here and, man, you can enjoy God, his creation, and the game he allowed us to create. And so I want to challenge you. Man, be focused. Enjoy the moment. Focus on the big picture. And make sure that you're ready for what God has in store for you.